Ladies and gentlemen, Happy New Year to you. And today, when I open up my CPF app, wow, what a wonderful present from CPF bought. And I think everybody will have done the same thing. So in 2025, we made a total of $170,000 from CPF by doing nothing. So today, I will share with you the entire results and Kung Fu, how we did it. So let's just watch on, shall we? So this video is about my experience and my wife's experience of making $170,000 from CPF in 2025. And really, this is all by doing nothing. So it is a video about CPF mastery, and all these skills are something we are very open in sharing with you. First of all, let's just start by saying that, this is not because I'm rich or whatsoever. A lot of people say, Mr. Lu, you can do it because you're rich and so on, right? Let me just say it categorically clear. CPF is an equalizer. Now, you may be very high income, I may be middle income, whatsoever, but what we can contribute to CPF is the same. What we can contribute annually on a per month, more or less, it's the same. Okay, the rules apply in stopping people who are too high income to exploit it. So what we can do to maximize our CPF to have outsized gains is simply because we have got knowledge and we start early and willing to sacrifice. Now, of course, right, if someone is from a low income, yes, there will be some limitations. But once you are middle income to high income, everybody is equalized. So the CPF board ensure that so that the well-to-do cannot exploit it. So really, this is something that I will encourage everybody to watch so that you can increase your performance and yield from your CPF. The misconception of CPF after 10 years of my 1865 movement has gone down a lot, but it still stays. A lot of people still believe that the CPF is very slow in gaining. It's boring, conservative, only for uncle, ape, auntie, ama, that kind of investors. Well, the CPF in reality is a powerful long-term wealth generator. So when you deploy it with the right intention and knowledge and the skill, it can give you very outsized return. And let me show you how. So the headline numbers really is this: $170,000 from 2025 from me and my wife combined. We don't use any leverage at all. We have split the engine of growth from two buckets from our CPF only. And let me give you the two buckets and how we did it. Well, this is our CPF interest that we gain from just our CPF balance. So our CPF balance in terms of from my one and my wife one stands at about 23,951. Hers is about 21,788. Combined together is about $45,000 by doing nothing, right? We didn't do anything. We just leave it there from the start of 2025 until now. That's the powerful interest that it grow. And this is really something that I've been saying for the last 10 years. And this is a powerful, powerful wealth generator. Well, pure CPF interest is a silent compounding engine. CPF, the various account earns insane amount of interest, especially the special account and the MediSave account. They makes you 4% interest at least. And for the first 60,000, it will make you 5% interest. The ordinary account makes you 2.5%. And today's world, 2.5% seems like the heavens, because right now in fixed D, you can get probably a 1.1, 1.2%. Some of the banks are even bringing it down to 0.8%. In T-bills, you probably get about 1.5, 1.6% max. Who's going to give you 2.5%? Only the CPF. So $45,000 is just amazing. This is risk-free compounding backed by the Singapore government. It's impossible to beat this at the risk-free level. Okay. Now, this is the compounding journey I want everybody to visualize. So in the early years, when we started the compounding using our CPF special account and MediSave account, it looks like this graph here. Very, very slow and boring. Just like creeping can die kind of waiting, right? This process lasts 10 over years. So in the early years, compounding just seems like miserable. And therefore, progress is something that most people cannot take it, and therefore they give up. Well, somewhere you reach a middle phase, you start going up, you become very hopeful. Right now, okay, I'm in this phase right now where it just shoots astronomically up at a rapid pace. So what I've sold decades ago, right now is yielding fruits at a powerful level. And that's something called an exponential curve. And this is the power of compounding that everybody needs to know. Warren Buffett tells everybody about this compounding. Even Einstein said that compounding is the eighth wonder of the world. People who knows compounding will take away money from people who don't know compounding. So this is something that Einstein said. I think they are of course wise people. We should pay respect to this. So I'll share with you further kung fu along this line. The second bucket is really about using the CPF ordinary account to invest. And this is the kung fu of crash buying. And I'm yielding now incredible fruits from it. It's a fortune-changing strategy that I was very willing to share with everybody in my live streams at night for the last 2 to 3 weeks. I shared openly to everybody. Many people appreciated it and actually would like more. I haven't got the time to do more, but I shared very openly. I think we probably have still the last 1 or 2 episodes still around. The early episodes has been purged. So you quickly go and catch the last 1 or 2 episodes. But basically, when the stock market crashed in 2020 and 2022, we whack into it and just walk away, right? And guess what is the gain over the last 12 months? We are looking at $86,000 here, okay, and $38,000 here. This is my wife one, this is my one. Mr. Lu, how come you got more than your wife, right? Because I deployed mine first, then deployed hers later. She also grumbled, to be frank, right? Why didn't we fire together? That's life, okay? Now, the S&P 500 over the last 12 months have gained 16%. These gains are phenomenal using just my ordinary account, right? So someone might say, oh, I got this person, that person make $1 million, $2 million, whatever. Well, this is just from CPF OA, okay? I'm not going to talk about my cash. That's a different story. I keep that private. But from the ordinary account, remember, all of us are equalized more or less when it comes to the CPF. You are the same, I'm the same. What we can go in, largely the same. So the only thing that differentiates us largely is because of Kung Fu and time. Okay, so this is where my records are from Endowus. So and it's a phenomenal now. Now combine both together, we have $1 million. But the gain from last year is really $125,000. So this is wonderful. Here, I want to give special credit to Endowus. This is not a sponsored video, but because of Endowus, they were the first one to come in that enable ordinary account to be investable into S&P 500. I must be one of their first early customer to quickly adopt this, probably the first one. When I saw that was available, I quickly deployed during the crash of 2020. Okay, there's a certain technique I widely share with everybody already in my earlier video that I purchased already. And 2022 was the second one that I went in hard. Boom, right? So strategic timing, and today we are yielding all the fruits. We are a proud customer of Endowus. We are also a proud small investor of Endowus. Thanks Endowus. We have done incredibly and insanely well because of you guys. You changed the fortune of our retirement. Now, let me emphasize again, the timing to buy matters to us. So the S&P 500 shorts that we fired, on average, our entry price is probably about 3,500 points for S&P, average out between 2020 to 2022. We did not catch the rock bottom, but we caught around the bottom. Today, S&P 500 is about 6,800. Basket, I lost to my son. I thought you would cross 7,000. It nearly hit there, 6,920. And then you do a dramatic U-turn and basket. Okay, I lost. So my son will get a free massage. Both father and son we have some good bonding time. We'll go for a medical massage to repair our backs and body. Anyway, this is life. No, I'm pretty proud of him that he was more precise than I am. He used technical analysis. I use fundamental analysis. And to be frank, he says that, to be fair, Pa, this is also a lucky shot, right? We are 50-50, right? You could be right, I could be wrong, okay? So anyway, the S&P 500 has gained a phenomenal 80% from this bucket. And this year, it gained 16%, right? I'm just very, very happy it turned out this way. Just to be very clear, after 2020, we fired the first shot. After 2022, we fired a second shot. We did nothing, right? Nothing major. So no major new buying, no dollar cost averaging, no more market timing, and just leave it there. Do we do anything? Yes, we do minute portfolio rebalancing, and that I will teach in another live stream for crash buying. That's an important technique that everybody should know. So you please follow my channel very closely. Please hit subscribe and please hit a like for this video if you want to watch some more. The more you like and follow us, the more YouTube will alert you during the time we turn on the live stream. And during the pullback of 2025 when Donald Trump crashed the market, we did enter the market, but a bit too little, right? So anyway, I can't hit every single crash, but you know what? Money is still made in a phenomenal level, right? So most of the money that we made in the S&P 500 is by doing nothing this year. So this is where I want to share a bit of lesson that a lot of people like to buy, sell, entry, exit, time the market, pick the right stock whatsoever. Okay, I did none of those. When the market crashed, everybody knows. You know, I know, right? What's so different? Nobody don't know when the market crash, right? The question is really whether you take action or not. Now, that's involved another skill I shared with everybody. But I went in, after that, I did nothing. The stock market is the only market that rewards inactivity. Okay, most profession, if you're lazy, you'll make nothing, right? So a lot of trade, a lot of industry, a lot of businesses, you got to constantly be on your toes, doing hard work whatsoever. Strangely, the stock market is the only market, the more you have activity, the more you lose money. So the stock market really is one that wealth is transferred from the impatient to the patient. And it really punishes those people who touch it. For those who don't touch it, leave it there. Go take care of your life. Take care of your health. Take care of your other aspect of life. You get rewarded. So this is how it works. And I talked a lot about it in my live stream. And so make sure you follow it tightly. Now, here a quick word on one of the important sacrifices we made in our early years of our life. We forgone the glamour of owning a private property. We chose staying at HDB, and I chose to stay in HDB until now in Singapore. No condo, no landed property in Singapore. I do have a landed property in Malaysia only this year. Okay, so and that is of course a fraction of the price of Singapore HDB, right? So let me just share with you who don't like to stay in a private property. Of course, you got swimming pool, you got gym, you got all this kind of thing. Who don't like? I also like. Who don't like to stay in the landed house? I also like. But at a very young age, my wife and I have made the choice very clearly. Retirement prioritization is more important than luxury and lifestyle signaling. So we have decided that we will take on a basic housing in exchange for wealth at a later part of our life. And now this strategy has yield fruits. So I just want to share with every young people that you too can make such a choice. Okay, you too can make such a choice. So I think this is something that everybody should take note of. There are many roads that leads to Rome, right? There are many roads that can create wealth. This is just one of them that very few people talk about. So in my opinion, for myself and my wife, our CPF plus equity strategy of compounding wealth is far superior than property in quite a few ways. The most important thing is we do not have any debt. We have no debt, no restriction on mobility. We are not beholden or enslaved by a property debt. We are free to do anything, free to pursue the passions of life, free to try out anything that has risk whatsoever without a fear of running out. We're not afraid of being fired by our bosses. We're not afraid of firing our bosses. And that is a tremendous relief. We got no stress of debt repayment. And during market crashes and things like that was a joyful time, right? And I think strategy really yield fruits, not just in terms of wealth, but intangible way in terms of a relief of our life. So it opens up a lot of flexibility. Because of this flexibility that CPF and combined with CPF Empower Equities provide, we have a lot of career options now available to us. We did chose the entrepreneurial route, and today we are happily living in an entrepreneurial life, and this is something that we are pursuing our passions. Well, someone might say, Mr. Wu, have you ever compared, if you have pursued a property dream, strategy in investing versus what you've done now, which one is more? Well, I'll just say this. I think at least we are on par, okay? If not, maybe we are far ahead, right? So I think that we achieve this without the mental burden of debt and stress. So I think, in my opinion, for myself, this is far more enjoyable. A special word on CPF right now. Just take a look at our CPF statement. I think we have got powerful CPF compounding right now. In particular, I want you to take a look at our special account right now. I've already exceeded the enhanced retirement sum, not just the full retirement sum. I've exceeded the enhanced retirement sum today. And this enhanced retirement sum is the enhanced retirement sum when I hit 55 years old, which is $456,000. And this is to motivate everybody. If you start early, you will compound powerfully, and you have going to be able to achieve quite a lot from your CPF. Now, a lot of YouTubers are saying that, you should not put money to put into enhanced retirement sum and things like that. Well, it's probably very individual, but I'll tell you right now, okay, enhanced retirement sum, if you can pursue for it, it will bring you immense, okay, lifelong income, okay, without risk, okay, and the comfort of doing nothing. The enhanced retirement sum is something I wish that every Singaporean who can go and race towards it. Okay, it's a fortune-chasing wealth engine that the government has provided for us. It protects you against longevity risk. It was my wife who first discovered this, and that was at a time when the government shuts down the special account. In 2024, I was very angry. My wife was the one who saw it. She said, why can't you see that having a powerful income stream for the rest of life gives you so much security and comfort? It is like an employer giving you, mega thousands of dollars, without working for the rest of your life. Why can't you see that? That's insanely good. I was thinking, oh yeah, that's really incredible. Government-backed, zero risk, okay? And so on. Now, someone might say, but it locks up a lot of liquidity. That is true partially. But there are venues, which I've talked about in other videos, so I don't want to repeat it right now. There are venues that you can still withdraw out, in a case of emergency, a pretty large sum of money. So I think that enhanced retirement sum is something that many financial YouTubers and so-called financial experts fail to see. It's a powerful, highly secure wealth generator that everybody must take a look at it. Well, the retirement outcome for myself is going to be a $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 retirement income by the time I retire, all the days till I die. So attendees of my course will already know the exact methodology. I'm not the one to talk about it because it involves a CPF hack. Well, you don't need to work, right? Or don't do much work, right? There's no financial anxiety. You have a peace of mind. This is true retirement luxury. Let me repeat again. I can do all this not because I'm rich, because I'm only using CPF, and CPF is an equalizer. It is true, those people who have low income will find it difficult. But once you're middle income upwards, most of us can do it. So what does it entail? Well, it entails, first of all, Kung Fu, knowledge. You must have the right knowledge and start early, okay? I think this is something that a lot of people fail to realize it early, or they realize it but then doesn't have the conviction, doesn't have the guts to do it, okay? When I was in my late 20s, I discovered this and immediately jumped onto it. And most importantly, willing to make life sacrifices, especially towards luxury of property. I gave that up. Today, I've got powerful income generating CPF. So the secret really is start early, make some sacrifices, okay, to give up some property upgrades, stay disciplined, don't deviate from the plan, and let the power of compounding take its course. This is not luck. This is Kung Fu. This is early sacrifices. This is patience. Here, I want to give a special thanks to Mr. So Chin Heng. He's my financial mentor. He was a ex-deputy CEO of CPF Board. He was very kind. He taught me all this 20 over years ago. And today I'm sitting, benefiting from it. And I just want to say he's an amazing man. And the second group of people I want to thank are people from CPF Board. They have built the most powerful wealth engine in Singapore. And everybody should quickly go and take advantage of it right on this wealth. So many of us have actually learned some of this life-changing CPF strategy from this knowledge from me, okay? And I just say this, don't thank me. Thank Mr. So. He was the real kind Sifu behind this. And thank the CPF Board for making this available. Well, some of you said, Mr. Lu, I'm already in my 50s, 60s, 70s. Well, if you can't achieve all this, if you can't achieve all this fully, even partial achievement is better than nothing, right? So partial achievement means that if you can't achieve, for example, a 10, 20K retirement income, achieve an 8K income, achieve a 7K income, it still can be done, right? And once you acquire the skill, okay, teach your children so that history will have a different outcome this time. Start them early. I've started my children on this path, told them to compound, all of them compound wealth that they earn. They go do part-time work, they go do full-time work, they compound their retirement engine powerfully from as young as in their teens. So I think it's important that we give them this financial knowledge and motivation, and one day they will overtake you and make you proud. CPF, let me say it as categorically clear, as convincing as I can. It's a powerful wealth generator. It's an equalizer in life, enabling everybody who are middle income and above to race towards financial freedom in a powerful way. Happy New Year to everybody. May the CPF life build your greatest retirement journey and life that you always wanted. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you in my live stream. Bye-bye.